Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 40. We begin the fourth decade of this save, still searching for an elusive Test World Championship with the West Indies. And we've got a fresh, I don't want to say a great opportunity, we've got a fresh opportunity to start anew. Pakistan have now won the Asia Cup, two-time Test World Championship, and the ODI or T20 World Cup, all in the same sort of era. So they're a phenomenal team. Just beat India in the final. But for us, we have fell on hard times. It's season 39 complete. We're down on 88 points. It is the lowest we've had since season 27. So 12 years, this is the lowest we have been. We're still 6th in the world, and we've not been lower than that since season 21. So hopefully we can turn a corner. We do have some really good young players just starting to come through the system. So we've got John, who's batting at number 3 for us, 27 years old, averaging 42. Great. 83 second team average. Remember Rampasad, how he was the next big thing? Well, his career flopped and he's still around at 48 years old. Fredericks is opening for us. Joseph is doing beautiful things with 11 test centuries from 52 games. Nick Moore's up there. But there's this guy, Kingsley Maharaj, 23 years old. He's already averaging 50 in ODI cricket, and he's got a domestic first-class average of 62. So although not part of this India series first up, he will, I would have thought, be part of the episode, because we've got a little bit of an aging issue around the batting. Fredericks and Singh both 31. But Bennett's 35, Nick Moore's 36. Interestingly, Bennett has just gone through the best season of his career. Nick Moore continues to shine as a cricketer. And Sinclair, finally, at 28, is a test cricketer with almost averaging 40 in ODI cricket. So we end up in a position where we've got too many bats going on. But we are playing at home against India. Now, I've had a bowling seamer-friendly deck for a long time, but our bowling attack is not strong. So I think it's time to make the change to a spin, because we've got young Nolan here who looks like he could be the real deal. 37 strike rate in first class cricket, a 34 strike rate in test cricket. He's got a 5 for 6 for his name. So I think if we can make this work, we might be reasonably strong. It gives us a little bit more bat against a great Indian team. It does mean like James, who, how many test wickets has he got? 276. Interestingly enough, if we look at enough, 250 wickets plus for us in the save. He's got the second worst economy rate and second worst strike rate. But we have just gone through the worst era of bowling we've had for a very, very long time. This is everyone with 50 wickets in practically the last 6 seasons, which is where I feel we've had the problem. And you can see, other than Ramasaron's back end of his career, we've not had a lot, have we? Helps if I put it as just the West Indies. But we had Rose and Pelham Dixon, both really poor strike rates. You've got to be below 55, really. Ramasaron, excellent, slightly expensive. Peters gave us control and strike rate. We need more of that. But Thomas, 56 strike rate, going at almost 4 and over. Marvin, we're giving a bit of game time to. He's got 2 man of the matches for those 62 wickets. So when he goes off, he can be good. But James was just the wrong side of economy rate and strike rate. So it puts a lot on the bowlers against a very good team to do something special. But it also gives us a bit of depth with the bat, which I feel could be really important. And that's a great start to the episode. A fresh Test World Championship, one filled with a little bit of optimism, because our batting is generally okay. It's probably the strongest it's been. Fredericks gives us 151 of the West Indians' finest. Test match century number 17, averaging over 40. Great career. 50 from Singh, 105 run partnership. We do this at a decent run rate as well. 50 from Moore, 50 Sinclair, 70 Joseph, 42 Bennett. Khan gets 3 in and over to kind of blow us away towards the end. 23 years old. 6 wickets. Yep, 6 wickets on debut. On my days, we're enforcing the follow-on, are we? Yes, we are. We're going to do it. We've just bowled them out. When I said we've got something in Nolan, I was not kidding. The kids just picked up 7 for 36 against the perennial powerhouse. 19 wickets at 12, a strike rate of 27. He has rip-roared through that middle to lower order. He got to Ori. He was on 67 and looking really well set, actually. If we look at him against the fast bowlers, all 67 runs come in there. Against the spinners, nothing. Would be good if these stats showed you how many balls and runs they scored against the different bowler types. But we've enforced the follow on. Average bounce, turning wicket, day 3, session 2. Pretty decent for batting, but we've got 279 run lead. Holy moly, we have just smoked India. Not like that, but 200 runs all out. We win by an innings and 79 against India. Nolan bags 10. Julian takes a 5 for 27 years old, 36 at 33. Strike rate of 76 is going to come down with performances like that. We're one up against the powerhouse of the save. This is a team we've only beaten 5 times and lost 27. That is quite an incredible performance. In fact, the last time we beat them by 10 wickets in 2059. But before that, it's just an India whitewash. What a way to start. Starting with a bang. Similar pitch, why not, if we've got Nolan. A little bit more overcast, so hopefully some good stuff. 14 games down, Dianarini averages 27 with the bat, 33 with the ball. It's the dream having an all-rounder that can do a bit of both, right? And we've got it. 4 and a bit stars versus 5 stars. We've been lucky and unlucky a lot of the time because we've not won the toss a lot over the last 3 or 4 years, but we have twice here. Okay, jump back to reality. Yo, there goes gravity. 192 all out. Middle session we got done. It was a little bit overcast for bowlers, and now they've got 3 beautiful sessions for batting. 82 behind. It could have been a lot worse. Dianarini goes big towards the end. He was pretty poor going at about 4.5 and over, and then managed to get through the back end. Wickets spared around. But also, one thing I've noticed the last couple of games, let's not get carried away, strike economy rate with bowlers much more under control. 209 all out. We've struggled here. Again, they got the better of the overcast conditions to really get through us. Lose by 6. To be expected that we don't sweep India, but there's some things to take away. Bennett, Sinclair, Fredericks all averaging over 40. Joseph was pretty good. John had a very poor series, but with the ball, Nolan 13 wickets at 15. Julian 9 at 22 is an extremely good effort, and it definitely helps the world ratings. Also worth noting, Singh 99 test matches into his career, 8,459 runs. That is a phenomenal effort. I've had moments as well with Singh, and his record is exceptional. Averaged 38 the last 2 years, so maybe a slight downturn, but excellent player for us. The one thing I've really liked is he's cashed in against bad teams, and I don't mind that. Like, he averages 38 against England, 38 against India, and 45 against Pakistan. They're good numbers, but he's really cashed in against Zimbabwe, averaging 217. It's quite an incredible record. His average is maybe just slightly going through the dip. His strike rate's been pretty consistent throughout. And looking at his matches in blocks of... his innings, in blocks of 10. There's been moments of absolute genius. West Indies have been... oh my days, Pakistan's done it again. They've got it done. 202 in the T20 World Cup final. And New Zealand end up 1 run short. So Australia it is going to be. We are going to call up Maharaj. 3 centuries in ODI cricket. So obviously a bit of a stud. He is an opener. Very aggressive player. Fits the mould of a lot of the openers that we've had over time. Got to watch this guy. Lanzo Moabir. Is he the son of Sonny Moabir? There's a question that needs to be answered. Averaging 58 from 8 games so far into his career. All comes down to what wickets you get, because we know historically we're poor on a road. It's not quite a road, but it's very good. It also wants us to make the change. So it wants us to move to John to opening, and also Maharaj, it wants us to play him over Nick Moore. Now Nick Moore I've touched on is very old on the game. He's 36 years old. He averages 43 in his career, 36 this year, 52 last year, 32 the year before that. So if we're going to move on now, is the time to do it. Not convinced taking Singh out from being opener is a good thing to do, but it also means Sonny John isn't getting to play in a position that he's born to do. Can we do something about that? Can we specialise him as a first-class middle order? We could try. Does mean changing captaincy, giving it to Singh. Is it a role that he's grown into? Maharaj on debut at 6. Like, he's definitely the guy to play. Don't really want to bat him at 6 though. Could go in there. We do a bit of that. We're messing around with a good batting lineup here to try and make it work. We remain pretty strong. We give a debut to Maharaj. Welcome to the team. We've won the toss. Thank you. We're going to have a bat. Hopefully bat well. We don't bat that well, but we get 360, which it doesn't win you a game, but it keeps you in a game for potentially a while. We were pretty poor around the middle. Lots of starts, but fair play. Elijah Reid picked up 4 really hard-earned wickets here. Strike rate of 66 in his career from 31 games, but bowled pretty well here. We got runs from Bennett, Sinclair, from Joseph, Maharaj, and I'm just not happy with that top 4. I'm trying to fit in too many good openers into the lineup. It's pretty close. It's a 10-run lead. We get 4 from D'Arini. He goes at 5.17. They have some good partnerships. I was about to say Jesse Ryder, but Geordie Ryder, 4 sixes. He scores 120, 140 test matches with an average of 31. We haven't played against Australia a whole heap, but against us, 2 centuries, only averaging 36. So we've held him in check. The game is tight. The pitch isn't worn. So if we could get a good day's batting, a full day, take a 300-plus run lead, we're in the game. Okay, it's going to be 3-2-4 to win. We get 3-3-3. There's a lot not to like about this, but the thing I do like is Maharaj scoring a century in his first game. That's a great effort. Bats really well, gave us stability. John at 4 just isn't working. He's a better player than this. I feel like I'm ruining him. So maybe the thing is to move Singh, but why would you move the guy that's been your best player time and time again? Draws on the cards here, a loss is on the cards, and a win. Uneven turning pitch. We've got 3.5 sessions. And we win. We win by 103. We do really well here. D'Arini, he picked up 2 wickets just at the end, literally the last 2 overs of day number 4. It put us in a much better position. None for 48 versus 2 for 48. He gets 4. Wicket spread around. Nolan comes on, picks up a quick few at the end. 1-0 up against Australia. And what is a very difficult episode with hard games. India, West Indies, Pakistan. To tie a series against Australia and India, I think is a massive achievement. I'm going to move John down to 6. I'm playing with things here, just trying to make it fit. But we lose the toss. It's definitely a seamer's deck, and there's a day of rain. So we don't want to be batting on day 3. 195 all out. We've rolled them. Marvin 5, Julian 4. King Julian getting it done. 4 for. He's in a bit of form, oh Julian. A 2 for a 2 for a 4 for. Picking up wickets. Marvin, I'm quite impressed with, although averaging 33. We're winning some games of cricket, so it can't all be bad. Yeah, it's pretty tight. 67-run lead. We owe it to Sonny John and to Bennett. Bennett, I'm going to give him his due, because I've slagged this guy off to the moon, but after 54 games, he averages 35. Batting down at 6 and 7. 46 this year, 46 the year before. He's old in terms of, that's Sonny John. He's old, he's 36, so this might be the last year, but he's had a good last 2 years. 183 to win. We get a bit of D'Arini magic. Smashes away the back end of the order just before the second new ball was due. We didn't actually take it. I kept Nolan on and D'Arini, and they did a mighty fine job. D'Arini, 67 at 31 with a strike rate of 50, is very much the real deal. 183. Day 4. Beautiful Sonny, erratic bounce. Give me that sweeping brush. We've done it. Fredericks with 92. John, 34, not out, batting down the order to go with a 61. Unsure about Sinclair of where to bat him, and Joseph, how I quite worked that out. But they tried a lot of bowlers. Didn't work. and we pick up the victory. Bennett, Maharaj and Fredericks, superb. Singh, yay. Didn't expect that. Also 96 games. Not 99 like I was saying earlier, so I've obviously got that wrong. There was another Singh. I've changed the filter to West Indies. 94 games before this series. Excellent performance. Thank you very much. Puts us up to 95 points. Back into 5th. Everything appears right with the world. Until we go up with the current behemoth. Where is he? Oh, go on, Dean Arini. Get up those rankings, sir. Also helps with the Test World Championship. 75 points will get us into the final. But we're playing against the best team in the world. Back-to-back, reigning, defending T20 World Cup champions. Reigning, defending, back-to-back Test Championship title holders. And 2 years in a row ranked number 1 in the world. Pakistan. Oh dear, we've got injuries. Dean Arini he's out for 3 weeks. That changes things because this kid has been red hot. Currently 14th in the world with the ball. Makes me very unsure of what to do with the team. All depends on the wicket. What are you going to give us? You're going to give us a bit for everyone. Head-to-head record against Pakistan has been dire as of late. 14 and 20 against them. But they beat us by an innings and 70, 504 runs and 8 wickets in the last series. They're 3 of the biggest hammerings you're going to see. Lost 2-1. One apiece in 2057. In 2056, there was a split series. It's just as of late, they're gold. Question is, what do we do with the team? Now, we've got a couple of options here. We could go 2 spinners. I doubt I'm going to do that. But we've got the experience of a James, who is now 37 years old. We've got GZ Reed. Or we could go for someone like A.K. Blake, who is a brand new player on your radar. We've brought him into the squad here, 26 years old, 31 wickets at 22. Not played a lot of cricket. Can you turn up and play Test cricket for us in Pakistan against the best team of the world? That's the question I'm asking you to fulfill. We stay quite a strong team, but Zaidai, I didn't touch on it, scored double 100, I think it was, in the Test World Championship, scored hundreds against us. He went and scored another 100 in the Test World Championship final. We're bowling. 416. We get 4 from Nolan on day 1. That's not a bad effort. 2 for Julian at 3.15. Marvin was expensive. But their top 6 is, well, there's a reason they're the best team in the world. And all top 7 got in and made it incredibly difficult throughout for us. Pitch has deteriorated in both means, so we're 416 behind. Day 2 looks the best day for batting out of all that's remaining. Well, we've been done by a bit of weather there because we actually were batting not great but reasonably well. Fredericks threw away a ton. Sonny John and Bennett were batting well. The clouds came in and we lost 5 wickets for 6 runs. Naz, 30 years old, he picked up 7. He's got 53 wickets at 35, so not the best bowler in the world, but today he was. Okay, just the 439 to win. They scored 309 in 70 overs, by far the fastest. At times the bowlers were going at 7 and 8s, particularly around their 2 and 3, Akram and Ferozi. Ferozi, I know, has got a good record, averaging 45. What's interesting about this Pakistan team, quite a lot of them are quite new, but they're still the best team in the world, so they could be around for a very long time. 440 to win on this. Lose by 135. We don't disgrace ourselves here. Maharaj with 89, 50 for Singh, 50 for Sinclair, 30 for John. But Haider, he picks up 5. What's he? Look, again, 45 wickets at 36. They're such a young team, except this guy with 543 wickets at 24 is an absolute world-class operator. 1-0 down with 1 to play. We drew with India, beat Australia. Could we? Could we go and do something special? Without Dia Narini, it makes it incredibly hard. Also, Blake, we're giving up a lot. I feel like we're giving up a lot. They give 2 debuts out as well. They're going around willy-nilly. We're going to have a bowl, try and make use of some overcast conditions. 420, it's a good score. It really is. El Ahi, 23 years old, scores 128 on Test debut. 65 average in first-class cricket. He comes in, gets it done. Partnerships here were really, really impactful. They take a big lead on a pitch that is breaking down, and day 2 could be a good day to bowl for their seamer attack. Well, we avoid the follow-on thanks to a Singh 119. A quite welcome return to form, actually, because this episode, he's been left wanting a little bit, and 32, it makes you wonder whether he's nearing the end of peak season. But again, we just got blown away. Naz, bang, bang, middle order, blown out, 192 runs behind. This is going to be another battering. 589 behind Akram with 98. Memon, well, he scores 117 off 161. Pretty chanceless sort of innings for a guy averaging 52. Akram, 12 games averaging 47. When we're behind in the game, the opposition score really, really fast. So we need 589 from 2 days. Now, lose by 3-5-4. We've been obliterated by the best team in the world. What do you expect? They are pretty much the new India at the moment. Nolan holds his own. Everyone else goes in the 40s. Jesus wept. That's poor. Doesn't really impact the world ratings too much. It does the World Test Championship. We drop down to a 500 team. Stop the press. Pakistan are on a roll. They're on 146 points. And for the first time ever in the series from 40 years, India are no longer 1 or 2. They drop down to 119 points. England and Pakistan at the new world order of Test cricket. We're surviving in 5th. We've got Fredericks in 8th. With the ball, we're horrendous. Dianarini in 13th in all-rounders. Barely making the mark. Test World Championship. We need a big next episode, which is going to be a hard episode. We've got a World Cup. We've got 3 tests against England, 2 against South Africa, before finishing with Bangladesh. There's a Champions Trophy as well, which is good because it allows me to update the stats because I've not been able to see that. So if things go our way and we can get some sort of parity against England, Bangladesh-South Africa series could be huge trying to make the Test World Championship. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for watching. Season 41 coming up.